This team is really annoying me, man. It's really, really annoying me, bro. Like, every time I wake up, I go online, I read about Real Madrid. It's not fun. It's not reassuring for next season. Especially after what happened, the game against Paris Saint-Germain, where we got dominated against Paris Saint-Germain. The same team that beat us 4-0 got destroyed against Chelsea. So it's not reassuring. It's not fun to see. Why am I seeing Real Madrid coming out and saying, you know what, we don't need no more players? In order for players to come in, players tested to part. But why am I not seeing any sort of reports about players leaving? Why am I not seeing any sort of transfers taking place? Because we can't sign any players at the moment. We are fully registered for next season, but our team is not complete. Our team is not ready for next season. We can't enter next season with the same bunch of players that we have now. Like, we need couple changes. We need couple of additions. We can't expect us with the same team, defensively, midfield, going forward, to go to next season with the same players. We can't, bro. We can't. And this is why it's annoying me, because I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing no reports of a midfielder, even though we need a midfielder. I'm seeing no reports of a defender, even though we need a defender. Nothing. And I'll tell you exactly the positions that we need and why we need them. We are desperate. But I feel like this club and the management and Perez, they're not giving me any sort of signs that they're trying to work something. I'm not seeing something behind the scenes. I'm not getting reassured with any sort of rumors. I'm not getting reassured with any sort of news. Nothing, bro. It's nothing. It's so stale. It's so boring. I mean, listen, if I ask you right now, which positions do Real Madrid need for next season? We've signed Alvaro Carreras. Goalkeeper's done. Forget goalkeeper, yeah. Lunin, Chiba for next season. All sorted. Right back, we've got Trent. We've got Dani Carvajal. Sorted. Left back, we've got 3 left backs. Alvaro Carreras. Cool. 40 million, 45 million, 50 million. No matter what, how much it is, it's fine. Cool, he's going to be the starting left back for next season. Why do we still employ Ferland Mendy in my team? Why have we not worked out a solution with any sort of club, Saudi, South Africa, India, to get rid of him? Why? Why is he still employed in my club? Why? Frank Garcia, I understand. He's going to be the backup for next season. No problem at all. Centre-backs. We've got Dean Huijsen, Raul, Militao, Rudiger, and Alaba. Alaba, I have come to the conclusion he is not going to leave this season. He is going to leave next season. Real Madrid would love to offload him this season, but this guy is on crazy wages. No team is prepared to take it, and he isn't prepared to leave Real Madrid and leave 1 year of great salary. He's not prepared to do that. So he's going to rot in our team till next season. And he's injured. And he's injury prone. So he's going to get paid, doing absolutely nothing, being injured, and taking our money, whilst we can replace him with an actual centre-back. Raul, we've seen him. We've seen him. The last couple of games, it's not been reassuring. It's not been convincing. We've seen him. You guys have seen it firsthand. It's not been convincing, bro. It's not been reassuring, but I haven't sold my stocks on Raul. I feel like with Raul, it's going to be all right. It's going to be cool. Surely he's going to come back to a better level. He's going to learn from this Club World Cup. He's going to learn from this Club World Cup. He's going to say to himself, you know what? Next season, I'm not going to be starting every single game, which last season was a problem because he played a lot of excessive amount of games. I'm going to be playing as a backup, playing every now and then, rotating for a couple of players, coming off the bench, which hopefully might give him more games, because let's be real, he's still a rookie. This Donny got his Real Madrid debut last November. It hasn't even been a full year, fam. It hasn't even been a full year. This Donny is still a Real Madrid rookie. Militao, he's just come back from a back-to-back ACL. Even though the game against Paris Saint-Germain, his cameo off the bench looked very reassuring, looked very convincing. I looked at him and I said to myself, wow, is he going to be the partner next to Dean Huijsen, which I would love to, but I've got no faith. I've got no faith. I feel like an injury is about to happen. Rudiger, we saw what happened in the Club World Cup. We saw what happened last season, where he forced himself to play. He had a surgery. Surgery was successful. He's come back rusty. Maybe again, similar to Raul. Maybe it's just Club World Cup. A lot of games he's played this season. Maybe a vacation. He can come back next season, back to usual. So I've told you about all those players. We still need a centre-back. We still need a centre-back. So what you would think Real Madrid can do is to sell Ferland Mendy, offload Ferland Mendy, get Ferland Mendy off their books, get him off the salary bill, get him off the salary, wage bill, whatever it is, and sign a centre-back. And I'll make a video about which players I would love for Real Madrid to sign. But for the time being, offloading Ferland Mendy should be the #1 priority. Then we head to the midfield. And the midfield, you would think we've got a lot of players. We don't. We've got Chimeni, Camavinga, Fede Valverde, and Arda Güler. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. You guys understand how Xabi Alonso would love to play? He would love to play with either 2-man midfield or 3-man midfield, depending on the formation. Because you saw what happened in the Club World Cup. He loves to rotate. He doesn't stick to one set of system. He likes to rotate it with different system. And you guys saw it firsthand, bro. 3 at the back, 2 at the back, we need midfielders. And now what makes it worse is that Jude Bellingham is out for 3 months. As you guys have seen, he's done his shoulder surgery. About time, finally. He's done his shoulder surgery, which means he'll be out for 3 months, which means he'll be out for August, September, October, which means Jude Bellingham will be back in November, which means we would only have 4 midfielders. Dani Ceballos is rumored to leave, and then inshallah he leaves. This Donny, yeah, he always says, I miss Real Betis. I would love to go back to Real Betis. Real Betis is my favorite club. They are my childhood club. So why don't you leave then? If you talk so much about your ex, go back to your ex. This Donny is with me, but he's talking about his ex constantly. I'm out here munching with him. Oh, how was your day? My day was very well at Real Betis. I'm going to go back to Real Betis then. I'm not really fussed with you, Ak. I don't love you that much. Go. End the relationship. It's fine. It's me. It's you. Ha ha ha. Go. Brother. But other than that, Luka Modric. I know he's 40. I know what you guys are about to say. Faysal, let it go. He's 40 years old. Why are you still persistent? Bro, I know he's 40. But imagine having someone that we can bring off the bench. At Luka Modric. 4 years old. He's not going to complain. He's going to add some experience. Be a team leader. But we let him go. It's fine. Why is it Real Madrid, though, is coming out and saying there is no one that we feel like is really suitable in today's market. There is no midfielder. There is the Xabi midfielder. Why are we looking for a Xabi midfielder? I mean, what is that about? What? Just because we've got a manager that's Xabi, we need a midfielder like Xabi? Why? Okay, Carlo Ancelotti was a player. Why didn't we have a player like Carlo Ancelotti? What? If Pep wants a Pep midfielder? What? Enrique wants an Enrique midfielder? What? Jose? What's that all about? I've never understood that being a rule. Just because we've got Xabi as a manager doesn't mean that we need Xabi as a player, fam. We don't need Xabi as a player. We just need someone that can come in, be a versatile midfielder, cover defensively, be someone that can progress the ball, find passes, someone like Toni Kroos. And guess what? Toni Kroos has come out and said, the one player which I would really recommend Real Madrid to sign is Angelo Stella. And guess what? Real Madrid have just come out and said, we don't need Angelo Stella. I mean, why? I don't know. Wallah, you can go to Real Madrid right now and ask them, can you please tell me exactly why you don't need Angelo Stella? Can you please tell me why you feel like Angelo Stella is not going to be suitable to our midfield? Have you seen his nose? Have you seen his looks? That's not a Galactica nose. Okay, that's not a Galactica nose. I mean, we need to sell papers. We need to sell brands. We need to sell shirts. And Angelo Stella, his face doesn't appear to brands. That is the only reason why I'm pretty sure they never went after him. Because in terms of his actual ball playing, in terms of him technically, in terms of what he brings to the table, when it comes to the football, when it comes to on the pitch, he brings a lot to the table. If you get the co-sign from Toni Kroos, you know you're good. You know you've made it. But Real Madrid's problem with Angelo Stella is off the pitch, is the fact that he can't sell brands. It's the fact that if they send him, he's not really that much of a brand player. That's the reason. That's why they've come out and said we don't need Angelo Stella. He doesn't match our profile. The profile's not really on the pitch. The profile's off the pitch, which we don't care about. But Real Madrid does. So you're telling me for next season, we're going to play with 4 midfielders for the first 3 months. And bear in mind, one of those midfielders is out. Another one is new to his position. The third one has been playing every single game, so you never know what could happen. And the fourth one could easily be rotated into a centre-back at one point next season. So there isn't really a consistent midfielder in there except for Fede Valverde, which, God forbid, something happens to him. Then Going forward, we've got Vinny, we've got Mbappe, we've got Gonzalo Garcia. Endrick is in there, which he's going to come back from an injury. Rodrigo's in there, Franco's in there, and Brahim Diaz is in there. Franco and Endrick and Brahim Diaz would be most likely the 3 players that's going to be playing on the right-hand side at the 10 position, which I feel like if we are going to play 5 in the back, that means Tchouaméni will most likely be the centre-back. That means we're going to have 2 midfielders, which most likely would be Fede Valverde and either Arda Güler or Camavinga and 2 pivot, which means we're going to play with 2 10s. Vinny, of course, will play. Mbappe, of course, will play. That means the right-sided 10 will most likely be a Franco, which Xabi Alonso has spoken very highly about, which means Endrick will be off the bench. Gonzalo Garcia off the bench. Good options to have off the bench. Brahim Diaz off the bench. Rodrigo is a person that I would love to keep, but he is leaving. And I keep seeing reports of Real Madrid has said to Rodrigo that he's more than happy to leave. Real Madrid have said to Rodrigo that we wanted to keep him. Rodrigo's come out and said, I want to fight for my position. Rodrigo's come out and said, you know what, I'm having talks with Liverpool. That situation is not even resolved on its own. Why have we not resolved that situation? And why are Real Madrid planning to sell Rodrigo less than 100 million in a market where every single decent bomb player is being sold for about 50 to 60 to 70 million? Why is Nani being sold for 52 million and we're thinking of selling Rodrigo for 90 million? Why is Gittins, who went to Chelsea for 60 billion, and we're trying to sell Rodrigo for 80 million? Why is it that Elanga went for 55 million? And I can go on and on. Mbembo went for 70 million. Cunha went for 55 million. I can tell you more players if you want me to, bro. Iketike is about to go for 80 million. Luis Diaz had an offer rejected of 67 million and Liverpool wants 100 million. And we're trying to sell someone who's got 40 GAs in the Champions League in 60 appearances. Are we trying to sell him for 80 million, less than Luis Diaz? Less than Iketike? Are we serious? Are we absolute serious right here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why can't we sell a player right? Rodrigo is worth 100 million in today's market. 5-10 years ago, he wasn't worth 100 million. But right now, with inflation, every player is worth 100 million. Every good player is worth 100 million. Are you telling me Rodrigo's not worth 100 million? Come on, Ak. Come on, bro. So if we sell Rodrigo, this is what I would think Real Madrid should do. If we sell Rodrigo, and if we sell Dani Ceballos, and if we sell Ferland Mendy, 3 players which I look at right now should be a priority in terms of leaving. We should make sure all 3 of them goes. Rodrigo, I would love to stay, but he's not staying. Rodrigo, if we were to sell him, 100 million minimum. Ferland Mendy, brother, I'm going to pay you money to take him. Yeah, I'm going to pay you money to take him. I just want Ferland Mendy out, which means more wage bill, and we've got 1 player that we can add to the registration. And Dani Ceballos, stop twerking and stop flirting with Real Betis. How about you go back to your ex? I don't want you here, Ak. I'm not fussed about you. I'm not going to miss you, Ak. There hasn't been a single good moment in our relationship. Maybe one little moment, 1 little month where you took me out for Nando's, and other than that, you've been trash. You've been horror. You've been absolutely useless. Go back to Real Betis, Ak. Yeah, go back to Real Betis. We can maybe sell him for about 20-25 million. Which means if we do this correctly, that means we would at least have made about 130 to 150 million. And as you guys have seen, Real Madrid, they've entered next season on a great revenue, which means we've got money. We're good. We're in a good position. We're in a good financial position, which means we should be signing players. I mean, if we sell 3 players, that means we can bring a couple players in. I'm not saying that I want to bring exactly all 3 positions. I just want a midfielder and I just want a centre back. Is that too much to ask for? Am I asking for too much? Am I being spoiled here? Am I asking for too much? Am I doing too much? No, I'm not. I want a centre back because I can't rely on the 5 centre back that we have to stay healthy, because 3 of them are injury prone. I want a midfielder because I know what's going to happen next season. Tchouaméni is going to be moved as a centre back. That means we're going to have Camavinga, Arda Güler, and only Fede Valverde for the first 3 months. No Jude Bellingham, which I'm not prepared to do. So we need a midfielder and we need a centre-back. So Real Madrid, if you guys are still watching this video, can you please do what I've just asked you to do? And please, down in the comments, you guys can give me your own suggestions as well. You guys can give recommendations to Real Madrid. You guys can tell me exactly what you want down in the comments. And if you guys are in a similar position as me, if you guys are thinking the same as me, if you guys are as annoyed as me, because right now, really and truly, I'm not really happy. I'm not really satisfied. I'm not really content with what's going on in Real Madrid. I know Barcelona's got their own problems and they've got their own issues, with Deco. They are screaming Deco out every single second, every single day, every single minute, and every single hour. They are screaming Deco out, Deco out. I don't care. Okay, they've got their own issues. Why are we trying to have our own issues? Why can't we enter next season fully prepared after what happened to us in the Club World Cup, after we got destroyed and smacked 4-0? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do one thing right at least? So I'm not asking for too much. Please, centre-back and a midfielder. And if you, Real Madrid, if you guys want me to help you, if you guys want me to help you with any sort of players, any sort of recommendations, any sort of players, I'm more than happy to make a video about that. I'm more than happy to make a video about which centre-backs I would love to buy and which midfielders I would love to buy. And you guys, the same way I told you about Trent 4 years ago and you finally listened to me, I'll tell you about a centre-back that you should sign and a midfielder that you should sign. And trust me, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to go for the wild card, impossible signing. I'm going to give you a budget midfielder and a budget centre-back, which would be very, very useful for Real Madrid, and it will help us massively for next season, and it will fit the system that we are trying to play. So guys, put down in the comments who you guys want, put down in the comments what you guys feel, and put down in the comments if you guys are in the same position as me when it comes to Real Madrid right now, where I am so annoyed. And if you guys are annoyed with your own club, trust me, I know Barcelona annoyed with Deco. You tell me down in the comments what you guys want for your club. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and trust me, 2 videos will be coming out very soon with centre-backs and which midfielders.